name is Isla. I'm the founder and CEO of The Millennial Nutritionist, and today I want to review some TikTok weight loss tips. We are also on TikTok, Millennial Nutritionist, I believe, so you can go follow us over there for some sound nutrition advice. But there are so many crazy videos that I see all the time on TikTok, all different thoughts about nutrition and weight loss, and I kind of scrolled through quickly to find some that I feel like I commonly see, or like at least the idea of it. There's so many people on TikTok that feel like they're the authority of nutrition, be it like doctors that aren't real medical doctors, people who have lost weight, people who just feel like they know a lot about nutrition. And so I'm going to show you what kind of what goes through my mind and what you should kind of be looking out for when these videos pop up across your For You page. So let's just dive in. So first, with any videos like this, know that it is how they have lost weight. So I want you to keep that in mind, that everybody's weight loss journey is very different. What causes people to lose weight is all very different. And so it's fine if she wants to give her tips, but just know that there's a lot that goes into losing weight. And just because these are simple tips doesn't mean that this is like her full story, or even if she gave her full entire story of every single thing she needed to lose weight, that it would work for you. So as far as her exercise goes, the question that I always want to ask people is what are their day-to-day activities also look like? Because if she's advertising that she only runs twice a week and she does a couple days of strength training, we don't know if she lives in a super walkable city. I mean, when we have clients that are from New York City, they could easily walk anywhere from 15,000 to 20,000 steps a day just for their normal day-to-day life without even really trying. So if she's only running 2 days a week, but she's also walking every day 20,000 steps, then that is going to make it seem like, why aren't you losing weight if you're not also doing that much, you're only exercising 2 days a week. So that's one criticism that I want everybody to keep in mind. And then the thing with the unprocessed foods, I feel like unprocessed foods obviously is a huge buzz thing around oh, you shouldn't eat it or you should eat it. Processed just means it's been messed with, basically. It's not from the actual earth anymore. Microwaving is processing, boiling food is processing. Not all processed food is bad. So I wish she was a little bit more specific on what she actually meant, because the fact that she's showing oatmeal, she didn't need those grains from the ground, so she did process those. If she's talking about she just ate less chips and french fries and pizza, then yeah, of course that's going to cause you to have a lower calorie intake. And so if that's her idea of what her unprocessed was, and that's fine, but I don't really love how she's just saying that she overall ate no processed foods and she was able to lose weight, because you can totally eat processed foods and lose weight, even if it is pizza and chips. Okay, so another influencer who is just talking about what she ate when she was losing weight. So always keep that in mind. This is just what she did. This is not what you have to do to lose weight. Yeah, I love this video. I don't really have a whole lot of criticisms, besides the fact that I just don't want you to think that if you can still eat healthy snacks and not lose weight. I actually had a client who thought this. She was eating really healthy food. Even from my perspective, her diet was super healthy, ate tons of produce, lean protein. But then when it came down to it, she wasn't really exercising, and she also was eating very large portions. She'd eat a whole avocado every morning, and that's 500 calories in and of itself. So we also need to keep in mind portions, but I know it's a TikTok video. There's only so much time that she can really put into having a lot of information in this video. So I like that she's showing a lot of produce. Produce really helps us to lose weight by keeping us full. It helps us be healthier with lots of fiber and vitamins and minerals. But just because you eat healthy snacks doesn't mean that it's going to automatically cause you to lose weight.
Here are 3 things I would never do as a weight loss surgeon and specialist. Number 1 is I would never check my weight on a daily basis, and I always tell my patients, don't check your weight.
Okay, so I do disagree with not weighing yourself every day. I looked through his comments, and he did have some things where he commented back oh yeah, for some people it's totally fine. I feel when some people do weigh themselves more often, it helps them, but for some people it does hurt them. Some of my clients, I have to tell them let's just not be focusing on the weight so much, because I think you're focusing on that and not really on the actual habits you need to do to have low weight loss. But for some of our clients, it really helps them to notice fluctuations, which he does kind of talk about, because your weight's always going to fluctuate within a 3 to 5 pound range anyway. And so when you start to like understand that, you can start viewing your weight in more of like a range instead of like, this is the number that I am today, which tends to help clients or people know that like, yeah, your weight's gonna be up on a Monday, but it's not because you gained a lot of body fat. It's because you probably went out to eat, maybe you drank alcohol and your body's just retaining a little bit of water. But then when you weigh yourselves like a couple days later, the water weight's gone, you eat low sodium food again because you're not eating out, and then your weight is lower than it was like even the week before. So I wouldn't say like across the board, people shouldn't weigh themselves every day. As long as you're understanding like that we want to see changes over time, it's not good to think like every single day you're gonna lose weight.
Number 2, I would never compare my weight loss journey to someone else's. And it's important to understand that your weight is influenced by multiple factors, including your genetics, hormones, the medications you're on, your diet.
Yes, I totally agree with not comparing your weight journey to somebody else's. There's just so many reasons why you're not gonna have a very similar weight journey as somebody else. I mean, first of all, like you're gonna have different like internal battles, right? Like if you were somebody that was raised by a family who rewarded you with food every time you ate, it's gonna take a while for you to like undo that like natural response. Every time you're stressed out or every time you're excited or every time you're with a group of people, you're gonna probably naturally wanna celebrate with food as opposed to somebody who wasn't raised like that. However, somebody who like hates vegetables is gonna have a harder time potentially also losing weight because they might just really only like to eat high calorie foods, and so they must have to train themselves first to like vegetables. For people who have insulin resistance versus people who don't have insulin resistance, it's going to be harder for them. So it's better just to focus on you, work with a professional who's going to tell you if what you're doing is okay, and not compare yourself to your friends or somebody you see on Instagram, even any of these influencers who are like, I did this to lose weight, and then when you do it, you're discouraged and then you just end up giving up. So I totally agree. Don't compare yourself with other people when you're trying to lose weight. It could cause you to be super discouraged and then give up prematurely. Okay, so again, like 4 easy steps. Remember, there's like so many other steps to weight loss. That's like my first thing.
Step 1, and no beer.
No beer. I really hate this because you can totally lose weight drinking beer. I will say that for people who cut out sugary or sweetened drinks, or any drinks that have calories, like beer, it's typically easier for people to lose weight because alcohol doesn't, or any drink doesn't really fill you up like calories from food would fill you up. And so it is easier, but I would say I'm almost like I've never had a client who's like, I'm gonna stop drinking alcohol while I work with you. I've had plenty of clients that drink a lot and lose weight. Now, if you're drinking like 800 to 1,000 calories every day with alcohol, then we kind of need to have a conversation, but you don't have to give up beer to lose weight.
Every time you drink a beer, it's like eating 7 slices of bread. That's a lot of unnecessary carbs. Step 2.
And I don't know where she gets that information because like sometimes most beers are around like 100 to maybe at the most like 250 calories. 7 slices of bread is like 80 calories per slice, so that does not even add up. So I'm not really sure why she put that in there.
Portion control. When eating out at a restaurant, cut your meal in half and ask for a takeout container to save the rest for later.
So you don't have to only eat half of your meal when you go out to eat either. If you order foods with a lot of vegetables, like vegetable stir fry with rice on the side or a salad, you can eat all of that. So I'd hate to think that you have to have a rule of like always only eating half of your meal whenever you eat out, if that drives you crazy. Again, for her, maybe she, that's just something that she liked to do. Maybe she didn't like ordering a lot of vegetables, and so for her, she was just like, every time I eat, I'm only gonna eat half of it when I eat out. Then great, I'm glad that worked for her. But for you, I don't want you to think that, oh my gosh, if I try to lose weight, like I can only eat half of what I eat every time. No, there's ways around it for sure. I think that's
Step 3.
So.
Have your heart broken.
How I lost 10 pounds in 1 week.
So another, how I did it, we can gather tips from this if you want to try it, but don't think this is like the way to lose weight, and then definitely don't think that anything is wrong with you if you do this and you don't lose weight.
I started my detox cleanse fasting journey Friday, April 1st. I fasted.
Oh yeah, this is why I want to put this one in here because of the fasting. So she's saying that she fasted from food, but she's eating food in smoothies. So that's the thing with like these detoxes or fasts. Like a true fast is like you're not gonna eat anything, but she is still eating foods. It's just like berries and spinach and tea.
Fasted from eating food. I only drank smoothies 2 or 3 times a day that consisted of detox tea, fruits, spinach, and kale.
I finally took some pictures because I felt pretty. I haven't taken any pics of myself since last summer. I also started a 30-day ab, arm, and squat challenge. 10 pounds down today, Friday, April 8th.
Yeah, so she's saying that the way she lost weight in a week was by just not eating, which, yeah, if you don't eat, you're gonna lose weight, but it's also very unhealthy. It's called malnutrition. We need food to survive. It's not just there for fun. What this is likely doing to her, though, is causing her to be pretty dehydrated. You gain weight throughout the day, too, from eating food, as far as like, it's almost like having a bucket. If you have an empty bucket, it's gonna weigh less, and then you put food in it, and it's gonna weigh more, but it doesn't mean that you're gaining fat. It's just natural. Like, you can't defy the laws of weight and gravity by just like thinking that you're never gonna go through any weight changes throughout the day by eating food. So we don't need to be afraid of like gaining weight from the physical food that's in our stomach. We want to only focus on fat loss, and this is likely not. Maybe she lost a couple of pounds by not eating that much with fat, but it's also just a very unsustainable method of losing weight, because you're not able to keep this up in times of tragedy, when you go out to eat with friends, when you're on vacation. It's likely going to be really hard to not eat all the time. And so whenever we have weight loss, we want to think of sustainable ways to do it, which is definitely not this way. And I don't recommend it at all. I think that it's going to create an awful relationship with food. It's going to make you really confused as to why you're unable to lose weight. And then when you go back to eating the next day, you're just going to gain all the weight back in water weight, like on the scale. So you're not losing fat. You're going to also lose muscle from eating so few calories. And it just is not the way that you have to lose weight. So definitely don't agree with this like method at all, and I don't even want you to take any tips from it. Well, that's my review of some TikTok videos that I found. If you like this video, please let me know by commenting below. I can find some more to review for you. But if you're interested in learning more about sustainable, healthy weight loss tips for millennials, you can check out our Instagram or our TikTok that I'll plug here. And also you can click on it in the description box. And if you want to get started on a healthy weight loss journey today, I recommend you check out our tracking tutorial. I talk all about how to track your food so you can start to notice patterns, and then even at the end kind of show you how you can figure out your own calorie deficit amount with the information that you learned through tracking. So make sure to check that out, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.